When Lionel Messi was standing in front of me, I had to turn to somebody to ask what his name was again. And then I went, "You've got really big hands, you should be a goalkeeper." I never got to shoot another footballer after that again.
I'm here with my doppelganger, Perou, celebrity portrait photographer, man about town, extraordinary fellow, and amazing stories. And this
Extraordinary ears.
and brilliant ears. I mean, it
all
just
about
gets
the
better
ears.
and better. A member of the bald community, and then the icing on the cake is the ears. But today we're going to be talking about the GOAT, Lionel Messi. You got to photograph him. I mean, I would love to. He'd be top of my list. I think it would be a subject that finally my younger son would be impressed that I'd photographed, because most of the people I photographed he's never heard of. Messi has a sort of reputation for being awkward. I mean, he's obviously one of the best photographers.
No, that's me.
That's
No,
you.
no, that's you. No.
No. Lionel Messi, though, is arguably the best footballer of all time.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately for me, I don't really follow football. So when Lionel Messi was standing in front of me, I had to turn to somebody to ask what his name was again, because I didn't know who he was.
And did he hear?
He did not hear, fortunately, and but my client could hear, and I never got to shoot another footballer after that again.
Oh dear. What was the actual process of photographing the great man like?
Yeah, so when you photograph Lionel, he comes with a professional body double, a Lionel Messi body double. That's his job. So he will come out in the outfit that Lionel will be wearing, and then you have to photograph the body double in every way that you're going to photograph Lionel. So
And
if
does the body double look like Lionel?
he looks a bit like Lionel, but not like exactly. He couldn't like get away with being Lionel. But so if you're going to do a headshot of Lionel, you have to photograph a headshot of Lionel. It's a body double. If he's then going to turn his head slightly to the side, you have to do a shot where his head's turned slightly to the side.
So do you have to show these photographs to Lionel to get...
Pictures are printed out and put on a board. And then as you're photographing, Lionel's manager stands with a Sharpie, and as you take the headshot that you've taken the body double of, he crosses it off, and that's your frame. You've done the headshot. Then if the next shot is Lionel looking slightly to the side, you've got the shot of the body double looking slightly to the side, you take that shot, he crosses it off. It was the most high pressure shoot that I've ever been on. And obviously I have verbal diarrhea, and you're not supposed to talk to Lionel when you're photographing him, but I can't help myself. So I was saying things like, "Could you put your arms out?" And he put his arms out. And then I went, "You've got really big hands, you should be a goalkeeper." And literally football-loving clients behind me were slapping their heads going, "Shut up." And I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I literally didn't know who he was.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Obviously, weren't you aware? He was quite small. I mean,
I live in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
Some people think it was like weird that Adidas booked me to photograph footballers, because I don't know anything about football. I don't follow football. I'm not a fan of football. I think all sport is stupid. I just don't get it. So, but like, I can photograph somebody.
Yeah.
And so I was doing great photos.
Some people might think that it was a positive advantage. I would have been in awe of him. I would have found him quite intimidating.
No, I wasn't in awe. I just did find it like the most highly pressured shoot ever. And his brother was there, and his brother works with him. And he turned up in a Cadillac Escalade with 24-inch chrome Lionel Messi autographed wheels. And I said, I wanted to talk to him. I said to his brother, I want to talk to him about his truck, because I drive a Cadillac Escalade. And he was going, "Oh, really? You drive a Cadillac Escalade? Is it like Lionel's?" And I was going, no, mine's like 12 years old and it's covered in mud. It was like totally bonkers. And in the middle of the shoot, we were shooting on a digital Hasselblad, and in the middle of the shoot, as this manager was like right on my shoulder, crossing off the pictures that I was supposed to be doing as I was doing them, my Hasselblad, on the back of my Hasselblad, it just came up with a red question mark. And I was like, what the fuck is that? No,
And you'd not seen that before.
I've never seen it before, right? And I had 3 assistants there, and I was like turning to my assistants going, what's the red question mark mean on my camera? And everyone was going, I don't know. I don't know.
God, it's like an
And
existential question mark from God.
and it was like on the most highly pressured shoot I've ever been on. And I was like, I just like started sweating. Fortunately, I had another £15,000 Hasselblad with me,
Mm.
and I was able to just completely like turn to the other Hasselblad and switch lenses. At the point, the manager was sort of leant over me, going, "Is there a problem?" I was going, "No, no problem whatsoever," you know. And this is something that always happens on photo shoots. Doesn't matter. Every single photo shoot I've ever done, something goes wrong. Always, at least one thing goes wrong. And as a professional, you know, we take that in our stride and we just carry on. And people don't realize what's going on in that. But like,
It isn't about what goes wrong, it's about how you respond to it.
exactly, but something will always go wrong, and a professional knows how to go round it. Whereas it's not like the shoot's over. This
Exactly.
Hasselblad's gone wrong. Oh, don't worry, I've got another one.
Well, we're like the sort of plucky duck on the canal,
Yeah, yeah,
gliding along, and then underneath our feet are
absolutely,
going 6 to the dozen.
absolutely.
So the stand-in double, he
Yeah.
wouldn't even make a living as a looky-likey.
No, he couldn't. He couldn't be in a film pretending to be Lionel
So is he
Messi.
sort of? Did you have any rapport with him?
No, no, I didn't speak his language actually.
Were you allowed to take more than one picture of him?
I was probably, yeah, I could photograph what I wanted with him.
Yeah. So that's quite useful in a way because you could. I mean,
No, I mean, it was literally like, okay, we're doing a headshot. Look towards the camera, you know. So it's like it's not rocket science. There were 3 different types of football boots, and they all had a different sort of characteristic. So some footballers I was having to photograph like screaming and shouting. Some footballers I was having to photograph looking kind of intense, and some footballers I was looking something else. But I would have, it was kind of weird for them because I would come with a sound system and I'd be playing music that related to how I wanted them to behave. And I don't think footballers were used to sort of having somebody playing music on the shoots and stuff. But on that whole thing, I did Gareth Bale. I did the guy that bit someone. I don't even know his name now.
Suarez, the guy
Suarez.
that bit someone.
Yeah, that's, his whole career has been reduced to he bit someone.
He actually bit more than one other player.
Well, you know,
He bit that Chelsea player, didn't he?
I don't know. How would I know? I don't know anything about football. It used to be a thing in photography that if you went to see a client with your portfolio, especially at record companies, the first thing they would say is, "Who do you support?" And I go, "Support what?" And they go, "Who do you support? What football team do you support?" And I go, "Oh, I don't really follow football." And they'd go, "Hmm." And that would be the end of the meeting, pretty much.
Yeah.
It used to be you know, as an affront to masculinity not to give a shit about football.
So did you formulate a team to support?
No, not at all. No,
you didn't play the game.
No, I actually think that all sport is a distraction. Like all religion is a distraction, all sport is a distraction.
Well, it's
everything is a distraction
Yeah.
to the actual sort of real reasons that we should be thinking about things. You know, it's difficult because the sort of whole thing about being a good photographer is your ability to concentrate on what you're seeing. But then as people, we're not very good at concentrating. You know, like I'm constantly not just going off on tangents, but getting distracted. You know, like Lucy, my wife, loves to amuse herself at how I mow a lawn. I can't mow it in lines. I'll do a little bit here and then I'll do a bit over there and I'll do a little bit here, and it's like,
You're not a bank manager. You're a photographer, and it's actually a positive advantage. But when you are given 15 minutes with Lionel Messi or whoever it happens to be, you have
Yeah.
to kind of get a variety of different pictures. You can't just calmly take the same picture over and over again. You need variety, and you need to sort of get distracted and go off on these tangents. It's
Yeah.
part and parcel of the job.
Thank you so much to Perou for coming on the channel. We've filmed a few more videos with Perou, so subscribe to see them in the coming weeks.